Dear friends and students, you are listening to the book Glimpses of World History by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Chapter 23, A Survey, March 29th, 1932. How far have we reached in our journey through the ages? We have talked a little already of the old days in Egypt and India and China and Knossos. We have seen the ancient and wonderful civilization of Egypt, which produced the pyramids, gradually decay and lose its strength, and become an empty shadow, a thing of forms and symbols, with little of real life in it. We have seen Knossos, destroyed by the sister race from the Grecian mainland. In India and China, we have glanced at the dim and distant beginnings, unable for want of material to know much, but conscious of their rich civilization even in those days, and wondering at the unbroken links which join the two countries culturally to their respective pasts, many thousands of years ago. In Mesopotamia, we have had just a glimpse of empire after empire flourishing for a while, and then going the way of all empires. We have also said something of a number of great thinkers who appeared in different countries about 500 or 600 years before Christ. Buddha and Mahavira in India, Confucius and Laozi in China, Zoroaster in Persia, and Pythagoras in Greece. We noticed that Buddha attacked priestcraft and the existing forms of the old Vedic religion in India, for he found that the masses were being imposed upon and deluded by all manner of superstition and pujas. He attacked the caste system and preached equality. We went back then to the West, where Asia and Europe join each other, and followed the fortunes of Persia and Greece. How a great empire rose in Persia, and Darius, the king of kings, extended it right up to Sind in India. How this empire tried to swallow up little Greece, but found, to its great amazement, that the little thing could fight back and hold its own. Then followed the short but brilliant period of Greek history, of which I have told you something, when a host of geniuses and great men lived there and produced literature and art of the highest beauty. The golden age of Greece did not last long. Alexander of Macedon spread the fame of Greece far and wide by his conquests. But with his coming, the high culture of Greece gradually faded. Alexander destroyed the Persian Empire, and even crossed the borders of India as a conqueror. He was undoubtedly a great general, but tradition has woven innumerable legends round his name, and he has acquired a fame which he hardly deserves. Only the well-read know anything of Socrates, or Plato, or Phidias, or Sophocles, or the other great men of Greece. But who has not heard of Alexander? Alexander did comparatively little. The Persian Empire was old and tottering, and was hardly likely to survive for long. In India, Alexander's visit was just a raid, and had little significance. Perhaps if Alexander had lived longer, he might have done something more substantial. But he died young, and his empire fell to pieces immediately. But though his empire did not last, his name endures. One great effect of Alexander's march to the east was the fresh contacts established between East and West. Large numbers of Greeks went east and settled down in the old cities or in new colonies which they established. Even before Alexander, there was contact and trade between East and West. but after him this increased greatly. Another possible effect of Alexander's invasions was, if true, very unfortunate for the Greeks. A theory has been advanced that his soldiers took back with them the malaria mosquito from the swamps of Mesopotamia to the Greek lowlands. And thus malaria spread and weakened and enfeebled the Greek race. This is one of the explanations given of the decline of the Greeks. But it is just a theory, and no one knows how much truth it contains. Alexander's brief-lived empire came to an end. But in its place arose several smaller empires. Among these was that of Egypt under Ptolemy, and that of Western Asia under Seleucus. Both Ptolemy and Seleucus were Alexander's generals. Seleucus tried to encroach on India, but he found to his dismay that India could hit back with vigor. Chandragupta Maurya had established a powerful state all over northern and central India. Of Chandragupta and his famous Brahman minister Chanakya and the book he wrote, the Arthashastra, I have already in my earlier letters told you something. Fortunately for us, this book gives us a good picture of those times in India over 2,200 years ago. We have completed our look back, and we shall go ahead with the story of the Mauryan Empire and of Ashoka in the next letter. I promised indeed to do so over 14 months ago, on January 25th, 1931, in Naini Prison. I have still to keep this promise. Dear friends and students, you were listening to the book Glimpses of World History by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe the channel. Let's meet in the next episode.